How are you all doing, folks, and welcome back to the channel. What have we got on this episode? Well, for those of you who regularly watch the channel, you will have seen me review, install and test many Apple CarPlay Android Auto units on the bike, which we have got a new system which is currently fitted on the Pan America over here. But for this episode, we are concentrating on the Sportster, and the system that I have mentioned previously is the Innovv RC6. That's what we're going to have a look at today. This is a camera and radar system, but obviously without the Apple CarPlay screen. It's a complete sealed CCTV unit for your bike with radar. So let's bring you guys closer and take a little closer look. Okay, so in the box you'll see we have the control unit. That's the rear camera and radar, which uses a 1080 camera at 30 frames per second. The front camera here uses a 2K 30 frames per second camera, and the BSD blind spot detectors which get fitted to your mirrors. So forget about that box because we've already installed it on the bike. So let's give you guys a closer look. So the front camera, you can see here, it's a pretty robust unit. Now mounting, I'll go through that in a bit. Wiring, it's a standard ACC, which is yellow wire here, which goes to in the ignition live. We've got the earth onto the battery here and a positive on the other side of the battery there. The control unit I've fitted neatly here. That's on front of my BCM. And the wiring here, which is also the coax plugs down here, which is behind my side cover there. So nice and easy and out of the way. Everything is tidy. So the rear radar is here and rear camera. And obviously that's going to pick up spread on the bike from any vehicles going up either side of the bike and activate your BSD blind spots. Okay, so the other important thing you need to do when you install this on your bike is to put the app on your mobile phone. So what you do is on the instructions you will see you've got a barcode here, or you can go straight to Play Store and download the app from there and install it on your phone. What that enables you to do then is control all the settings. Obviously, because you've not got a screen like the Apple CarPlay Android Auto units, you do it through your phone. So things like your loop recording, which I've increased from 1 minute to 3 minutes on my bike. And then you can do the lock file, or you can do that via the camera anyway. So what that enables you to do is then to view your camera files and your video files on your phone for your perusal. So just in case then you have an accident or there's something that you want to set and not overwrite on your unit, you can press the button on your front camera. I think it's one short press. There's a few settings on here you've got to play with yet. And then that will lock the file, so it's not going to overwrite it then on your day's riding. So if there's some particular place of interest you're recording, so if you're not using it for the dashcam purposes, you can also use it obviously for your own leisure and save those videos for you to view at a later date. So by pressing that camera button, that's going to save, I think, dual cameras. It's going to save them both front and rear. Don't hold me to that, but we'll find out when we put it to test very shortly. Okay folks, so the road test for the Innovv RC6. How does it fare? Well, I've been riding with this for a while now on the back roads before hitting the motorway, or the freeway if you're from the US of A. And it's actually surprisingly pretty good and surprisingly accurate. I thought it'd be pretty obtrusive, to be fair. There's a lot of wind, so I don't know whether you can hear me all right through this lid. So going through the traffic, I thought that every time I went past a car, the radar's going to pick it up and the sensors are going to be flashing all the time. But just as an example, you can see it flashing now. I've set this, as the book says, central point to the rear of my bike. So we're going to slow down and let a car overtake. There's one coming up on the outside now. And just as it goes out of view on my mirror, the radar starts to pick up and the light starts flashing. So we'll test that theory now. So of course, my 2K front cam and 1080 rear cam are recording all the time. So we've got that going on. And we've also got the blind spot. So we've got this red car now coming up on the outside about to take me. If he puts his foot down. I'm doing 68 miles an hour, 69 miles an hour, and he's taking his time, but here we go. Just goes out of view in my mirror, and there's the light flashing on now, and as soon as it goes past me, goes off. We've got another car coming up now, and again, just as it goes out of view and the light comes on, it's working a treat. And as soon as it goes past me, light goes off and you're clear. So it really does the job for the blind spot, as it says in the book. I'm pretty impressed with that, to be fair. So there's another one. There is an audible warning, but of course I can't hear that on my lid. I think you can switch it off by the button anyway if you want to, but I can't hear that because it's down on the box which is under the seat, so we don't need the audible warning, but that visual one is working a treat. So from a safety feature, safety point of view, and I didn't think, you know, I always say these things are gimmicky. You see them appearing on the cars, and obviously it's the new thing for bikes. Is it going to be gimmicky? But in truth, if you want to make an overtaking manoeuvre, there's a car coming out. I was just going to test that theory, but if I was a bit closer to this silver car in front, you can tell I'm on the bone shaker, can't you? And I wanted to pull out now. I can't see that in my mirror, but the indicator's telling me there's a car there, and there it is. So 100% that thing works. Of course, the beauty of having the camera set up as well with the blind spots and no screen, you know, if you watch the channel, I've got the other unit fitted onto a Pan America with the Apple CarPlay Android Auto screen. You've got room for it on an adventure bike. It's not obtrusive to your display. If I had a screen on there, I wouldn't be able to see my speedo. It'd look daft up there. It just would not suit this bike. So to have the beauty and the safety of having the cameras recording, just in case there's an accident, someone rear ends you, something happens in front, you can also lock the camera as well. So you've got it for vlogging purposes or for insurance purposes or whatnot, whatever you want. At least those cameras are always recording. So they're set on a 3-minute loop recording. I can lock any of those 3-minute loops if I want to, and then I've still got the beauty of the BSD as well. So altogether, it's a cracking little compact unit. We're just on our way to Bobhead today. I've not been there for a few weeks. Go there, grab a brew, see who's there. So that's where we're headed. So we'll see you guys further down the road. Okay, so slowing down, coming off this road, we're a couple of minutes away from Bobhead now. So all in all, that's half an hour I've just been riding now with the Innovv system on. And the overtaking side, this side, the undertaking, whichever side you're on, both these indicators are working absolutely splendidly. So impressed with this unit. And like I said, I did think it was going to be gimmicky, but you know me, I'll only test something if I feel it's worth putting on my own bike, and I'm pretty glad this is on here now. I just think it's just gives you that extra bit of vision and safety on the bike without being obtrusive and bulky and being in the way. You know, you sort of barely realise you've even got it fitted to the bike. The only thing I've done obviously is move the GoPro to a central position and used the old GoPro mount that I've had on here for a few years for the front camera, because it's just because of the way the bars tilt back. I've explained this on the install part. It just straightens up the camera so it's facing completely straight forward. And the rear camera is obviously built into the radar system. What's this bus doing? You do miss the 48 when you've been out on the pan. Okay folks, so back safely, bikes in the garage. So what's our final thoughts on the Innovv RC6 camera and radar system for your bike? Right, well, pretty impressed, I must say. So I thought this thing was going to go off every 5 minutes, and it didn't. It was clear as day. When something hit the blind spot, it showed a detection. As soon as it passed, it went off. It wasn't going off all the time, or when I went between lines of traffic on both sides. It only works when something's approaching from the rear on either side or from the center of the bike. So pretty impressed with the BSD system on this. Also, don't forget about the cameras. We've shown that now on the riding footage, on the quality of the 2K and 1080 rear camera. So it's like a complete little CCTV system on your bike taking care of you. So obviously you're not going to forget to do your lifesavers and look over your shoulder as well, but as a second or main feature, you've got this BSD and it works 100%. So dead happy. And remember, I'll only test something or have anything sent to me to test if I find it worthwhile or that I'm going to use personally on my bikes. So thanks to Innovv for sending me this and making this video possible. But as usual, there'll be a link in the description and a discount code for you folks if you fancy one of these for yourself. But for now, we'll leave you with some of the footage of this. And until the next time, if this is your first time watching ALCHEMOTO, please do hit the subscribe button. Please like, share and comment if you dare. But until the next time, we'll see you later, folks.